The RPM challenge? It's simple.
Record an album in a month.
Just because you can.
That's 10 songs or 35 minutes of original material recorded during the month of February.
Go ahead, put it to tape.
Don't wait for inspiration.
Taking action puts you in a position to get inspired.
We all like the position.
You'll stumble across ideas you would never come up with otherwise.
And maybe only because you were trying to meet a day's quota of songwriting.
Show up and get something done.
And invest in yourself and each other.
Everyone can come up with an excuse to say no.
No.
No! Like I did.
So don't.
This doesn't have to be the album.
It's just an album.
Remember, this is an artistic exercise.
Just do your best using what you have in order to get it done.
If you have a 4-track, become a 4-track badass.
A mini desk, a Pro Tools rig,
A Walkman.
an 80s tape recorder. Use it.
Do your best.
Use the limitations of time and gear
as an opportunity to explore things you might not try otherwise.
If you can afford studio time in a real studio,
That's quotes, boys and girls.
fine.
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 But let's be completely free of any lingering idea that good records can only be made in the studio.
Well-written, honest music.
It is compelling and undeniable, no matter what it was recorded on.
So put it to tape.
That's right.
Write some instrumentals.
Split up songwriting duties amongst band members.
Form an RPM side project.
Write songs on the piano or clarinet.
Instead of your primary instrument.
Make that metal album you've always wanted to. Buy a ukulele.
Buy a ukulele.
For Christ's sake, buy a ukulele.
Just do your best to make the best album you can.
Be unafraid.
Be unafraid.
Be unafraid. What if every musician you knew
Put their music first for a whole month. What if you
Recorded the best song of your life.
What if the world was never the same?
What if the world was made out of cheese?
Cheese.
What's stopping us?
Nothing.
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 You have no reason to say no.
And nothing?
To lose.
Nothing to lose.
Go RPM.
I grew up in a musical household. My parents are musicians and had musician friends, and so I'd be a little kid and they'd have music parties and friends coming over and they'd all be hanging out, and I always really, really wanted to do that.
My whole family, 6 children in my family. My mother loves music and sings. My father played music. All the children played music.
And I remember my mother when I was a little kid. My mother's a musician, my father's a musician, my whole family's musicians.
And so Dad was in music school. I got inspired to play the piano, and then I went to a concert and I saw a guitar player, and I decided I wanted to play guitar.
Probably when I was 10, learned from my father, and just kind of over the years progressing and learning songs, and then eventually I was like, oh, I'm going to write my own songs.
I always sang as a kid. I sang all the time as a kid in choirs and choruses, and then I grew up and stopped singing and never did anything, so I always had musical sort of background and then musical theater and that sort of thing.
I started in 5th grade playing guitar and percussion in the school band.
I started playing piano when I was a little kid. But I remember banging on the piano as a kid. My mother yelling from the other room, "Quit banging on the piano!"
I started playing guitar, I think the summer of 5th grade or something like that, and I'm in 11th grade right now. And that's basically how it started, because my dad played guitar and he showed me some stuff. And I've taken lots of music classes and stuff in high school.
I've been playing guitar since I was 12.
Started playing guitar when I was 12. And played in coffee houses around the area, and then got into bands, and then other bands.
I personally started playing music when I was 14 years old, playing the bass, and I really wanted to be in a punk rock band. So I picked up the bass because it only had 4 strings, and I thought I could just be in a band as fast and as easily as possible. And
I was in a very bad band in high school called Mildew, and I played bass. When we first started, we didn't actually have a bass, so we just took an old guitar and tuned the 3 strings really low, so there was a lot of fret slap.
We had a piano that was given to one of my friends, and we went to move it up into his apartment. Couldn't get the bastard in, so we ripped it into a million pieces, and we ended up just sitting the harp, this big, huge piano harp in his living room, and we just sit there and just pound on it like for hours. It was great.
I think it was just years and years of just banging with my fists, and then all of a sudden, you know, hey, oh, I can make chords. Look at this.
I picked up a guitar because I thought it was cool in high school, my senior year. All my good friends were playing, and I was like, I really want to play an instrument. I used to play trumpet, and so I had some musical ability, and so they gave me the guitar, and I brought it home, and it was a Fender Gemini, a black Fender Gemini. I call it Black Beauty.
I sort of started taking music seriously in maybe when I was right after college.
In college, got involved with radio and audio production and doing live shows and things. So music was in my life, but I wasn't producing, like creating music. So I just started doing a lot of computer-based audio work, early 90s and such. So it's just grown from that. Buying gear, and now I had, at one point it was like 25 plug-inable items in my studio, and then now it's just a lot more than that. So I just kind of gauge my musical endeavor by how much gear I can actually support at any given time.
I feel like it's been a really long journey, so I grew this beard to go along with that journey.